Are you an introvert? Yes, you are. So am I. And it's not that we don't like to talk to new people. It's that we have this fear of talking to people if it could cause them even the slightest bit of inconvenience. So, what ends up happening with me at least is I have a lot of people I know, and I don't know if I can talk to them right now because I am deathly afraid of causing them any sort of inconvenience. So, I had an idea, a tool that can help introverts like me around the globe from falling over themselves trying to reach out. And I also call it reach out. It's gonna let you keep track of all your friends and what they're doing. And in the process, maybe I can learn some web dev too. So before we begin, let's set some ground rules. No AI, because I have done a web dev project in the past. I don't think I learned anything because of AI. 1 week development time, mostly to make me get off my ass and actually do this project. So with that, let's begin. A website has three main components: a front end that gets seen by the user, a back end that does all the work behind the scenes, and a database that stores all the data. Together, these are called the stack, which is just the set of technologies that lets the website function. Day one, to begin anything, I needed some grounding, some kind of starting point. So I began with the login page. It's the most basic front end component that has to be used by every user. It's also a good entry point to start thinking about the flow of the website. For our front end, we'll be using React.JS. And after spending 10 minutes trying to figure out the exact command to create the React app, we had a page with some text on it. No styles yet, and I don't know how to do the styles because my last project I just used AI for everything. So after spending about half an hour reading about CSS, we started styling. I had some fun with it, and I decided that I should do a Disco Elysium theme for this one. I think it works with the general theme of loneliness of the app. I didn't get much done the first day because I started having fun with the styling. But I got something much more important. I got art direction, or at least that's what I'm gonna tell corporate. Day two, we start early and actually make the sign-in forms. Like, look, there's no form, you click it, form appears. Isn't that cool? Now for the sign-in form to actually sign into anything, we need to have a server. So how websites work is you have a front end and a back end, also called the server. The website works by sending requests from the front end to the back end again and again to pass data back and forth. Now going back to the sign-in form, it's time we introduce the second part of our stack, Express.js. It's the most vanilla backend framework, and for something the user will never see, it's perfectly fine. I ended the day by doing some reading on session management and what kind of database I want to use. Day 3, I implemented some basic session management. Explanation elliptic here. A session is essentially a small record the server keeps of what's happening and what has happened on a connection already. For example, when you log in, the server will remember that this computer logged in to, for example, Evilip6 account. So when I send further requests to the server, it will already know that I'm logged in and be able to act accordingly. Else I have to log into like every page, which will be very annoying. Day 4, I made the sign-in actually redirect to a new page and got to work storing when people are available and how I would serve who is available at this time to the front end. To do this, we need to actually start storing data about our users. So it's time we introduce the database layer of our stack, MongoDB. It's a NoSQL database. For the uninitiated, there are two main types of databases, SQL and NoSQL. SQL databases are based on tables, which means you can only add data in the format of a table, which gives the data a very rigid definition. NoSQL databases organize the data more like the files on your computer. Databases have collections, which are like folders, and folders have documents, which are like text files. So these documents don't need to have any internal similarity with each other, even though they are in the same collection. But obviously in SQL, everything in the same table will have the same format and is probably related. For my needs, I thought a NoSQL database would be better because I don't know how many contacts a person will have, what kind of schedule they could have. It could be a very messy schedule, so I don't know how many columns I would need. So I think Mongo will save me a lot of suffering in that way. I have never used Mongo before, but I have used Firebase NoSQL. And looking back, it was pretty simple to use. So Mongo gets a 4 out of 5 from me. Coming back to showing the available people, now we need to actually have a way to find out who is available right now, which is pretty simple. Take the current time, go through everyone, and just see who is free right now. Then just write an API to transport the data from the server to the front end, and boom, there we have it. For day 5, all we need to do is design an interface where people can select what time a specific contact is free. So I came up with this very simple interface. You can select the points that the person is free. This is 24 hours in the day. You select when they're free, you click update, it updates it in the database. Very simple. So now we have done all the functionality in the website. So let's do a small tour now to see the finished product. This is the landing page. Reach out. Human beings are friends. You do too. You can sign in with your account. For example, I have this account, Evel Pass. If you want to know my password, I guess you do. So this is the homepage. Hello, Evel. All the people who are available right now, and the people who you have listed as your total contacts. You can add contacts as well. For example, we can add 2E, and then we can refresh, and we have 2E. These icons are just character portraits from Disco Elysium. I only did 4 of them. I can do more, right? No problems, but yeah, you can just have the people showing up, and if you update, right now it's Tuesday night, and yeah, person B is the only one showing up. So let's update Tuesday night. Update. We go back and see person C is also there. So that's all she wrote for this project. I hope you guys like this small devlog, and if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, please drop a sub, and if you have anything you want to say, please comment in the comment section down below.